Here are the American muscle cars from the 2000s. The 2005 Mustang GT is starting at number 10. With its audacious design, formidable engine, and thrilling rear-wheel drive, the Ford Mustang has been the embodiment of American performance since its spectacular 1964 debut. In addition to capitalizing on 40 years of history, the iconic long hood and short rear deck also feature timeless design characteristics that have marked Mustangs since the 1960s. The grille has a galloping horse logo in the middle. When the fifth generation of the Mustang made its appearance, the 2005 model was the first highest performance trim. The new Stang had a sleek, retro appearance that was reminiscent of the good old days. There was also a variant that was exclusively available for rentals, which inspired the Shelby GT500. At number 9, we have the 2002 Chevrolet Camaro SS. When General Motors announced in 2001 that the storied Chevrolet Camaro will be phased out, and that the 2002 model year would be its final special edition to honor its dynamic legacy, a 35-year beautiful ride came to an end. From the moment Chevrolet opened the Camaro's doors, it had a place for car aficionados. The Camaro was the American carmaker Chevrolet's first pony car, introduced in 1966. Despite being called a pony, the Camaro was a fierce rival to the Ford Mustang and a wild stallion. 4 versions of Camaro were released between 1966 and 2002, and nearly 5 million customers welcomed the car into their garage. This special model was equipped with a V8, 346 cubic inch engine that produced 475 Nm, 350 pound-feet of torque, and 242 kilowatt, 329 PSI, 345 horsepower. Additional engine improvements were also available, such as the redesigned air lid and intake bellows from SLP. New SLP, Bilstein shocks, and 1LE suspension parts were installed to the Camaro to strengthen it. Additionally, brand new BFG G-Force tires were mounted to the 17-inch wheels. The 2002 Camaro SS's incredible powertrain allowed it to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.2 seconds, and it could reach 100 kilometers an hour in an additional 0.2 seconds. It was shown that this automobile could do a quarter of a mile in 13.6 seconds. It was evident from the data that the Mustang still faced fierce competition from its final generation. Here at number 8, we have the 2007 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. With the Shelby GT350, Carroll Shelby and the Ford Mustang initially collaborated in 1965. Ford's already well-liked Mustang became an immediate smash when it was given teeth. With the 2007 Ford Shelby GT500, Shelby is bringing even more power to the legend 40 years later. Performance from the Mustang and Shelby combo has always been excellent. Hence, creating a remarkable vehicle to uphold the Shelby heritage was the designer's task for the 2007 Ford Shelby GT500. Under the careful supervision of Carroll Shelby, Ford's special vehicle team began with the very sturdy chassis of the existing Mustang and added a plethora of high-performance components to create the craziest production Mustang to date, the GT500. Where it outperformed the 911 Turbo, but was still slightly slower than the Lotus Elise and Porsche Cayman S. At number 7, we have the 2006 Dodge Magnum SRT8. At the height of the American muscle car revival in the mid-2000s, Dodge released the Magnum SRT8. With the newest Hemi engine from Dodge SRT, this American performance vehicle could hold its own against the legendary Audi RS6. The Magnum SRT8 was adored by muscle car fans despite being a station wagon, in part because of its enormous 6.1-liter V8 engine. 20-inch wheels, a stronger suspension, and upgraded Brembo brakes were also installed. As one of the greatest American muscle cars at the time, this performance station wagon cemented its place in history. Even that it'll make a comeback shortly as an EV is rumored. Now at number 6, we have the 2006 Dodge Charger SRT8. Having been a part of the brand for the longest, the Dodge Charger returned in 2006 following a 20-year break. During the 2005 New York International Auto Show, the 2006 Charger SRT8 boasted several upgrades over the RT. A performance body package, new 20-inch performance tires, bucket seats, and Brembo brakes on the front and rear were installed in addition to the new engine. In the near future, the Dodge Charger will make a reappearance with an electric drivetrain after going into retirement once again. At number 5, we have the 2006 Cadillac CTS-V. This undoubtedly appears to be an unusual grouping for a comparison test at first glance. This is for a good purpose. If we were doing a standard comparison test, that is, under our usual comparison test parameters, it is an odd grouping. The engine that powered the basic model of the new 2005 C5 Corvette was the same LS2 V8 found in the CTS-V. It was, and still is, one of the most potent American muscle vehicles available. Coming in at number 4, we have the 2006 Pontiac GTO. The muscle vehicle that began it all was the Pontiac GTO. Along with many other vehicles of the day, it vanished in 1974. In 2004, after a few decades, the Pontiac GTO was reintroduced under a new Holden Monaro name. Even with the controversy surrounding the fact that the new GTO was effectively a rebadged Holden Monaro from Australia, it was still a performance beast. Its engine was modified in 2006, giving it even more power. Although it didn't have the same aggressive appearance as other muscle cars from the era, its powerful 6.0-liter V8 engine gave it a lot of power. Among the greatest and quickest muscle cars of the 2000s was this one. At number 3, we have the 2008 Dodge Challenger SRT8. People were ecstatic in 2005 when Dodge hinted at the Challenger's comeback. Though it took a few years to make its way to the market, once it did, it quickly became a classic. The extremely exciting limited edition launch SRT8s were even more exhilarating than the rest of the lineup, which would only include the well-adored RT for the 2009 model. The Challenger is slated to go into retirement once more in 2023, but not before making one last spectacular throw. The 2004 Chrysler 300C SRT8 made it to number 2. After almost 2 decades, the Chrysler 300, a full-size luxury car that made its debut in 2004, is finally going out of production. Numerous components of the 300C were taken from Mercedes-Benz, Chrysler's former partner. The SRT8 went above and beyond the features of the 300C, which was the top-of-the-line model with an abundance of accessories. Amazingly, the 300C SRT8 was one of the first American cars to truly challenge Mercedes-AMG and BMW M. Finally, at number 1, we have the 2000 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra R. Owners of the 1999 Ford Mustang Cobra soon discovered that it was slower and had less horsepower than Ford had stated, which sparked controversy. As payback to the Mustang community, a limited edition Mustang, the 2000 Cobra R had a 5.4-liter V8 engine that actually generated more horsepower than Ford had stated it should have. In any case, it was a pleasant surprise that compensated for the non-R Mustang Cobra's absence. To keep the information coming, be a legend, and press the subscribe button before you go. Until then, my friend.